Hello, everyone. Happy Friday, and welcome to another episode of Environmental Justice Now. My name is Leah Jones, and I am the organizing coordinator and water justice organizer here at Virginia Interfaith Power and Light. And today we have another show in store for you today. So before we get started today, I'd like to do a brief land acknowledgement as usual. While we are joining in on a video call today, and many of us are coming in from different places, it's imperative that we do remind ourselves that we gather on the unceded land of the indigenous peoples. I'm joining in from so-called Richmond, Virginia, and I am currently on the land of the Powhatan and Chickahominy peoples. So if you are unsure of whose land you are on and you would like to learn more and find out, you can always visit native-land.ca to check it out and learn more. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right in and get started. So on today's episode, with summer totally winding down and unofficially coming to a close now, it does remind us that this year's Virginia general election is right around the corner. So hopefully you were able to vote in the primaries earlier this summer, back in May, to help determine our candidates for this general election in November. But officially, September has kicked off now, the countdown for Election Day on November 7th. So we are officially 2 months out from another historical election. The 2023 Virginia election includes races for the state House and Senate seats, school boards, and municipal positions as well. And I know that there are many folks in our state right now who may think that our vote doesn't carry a lot of weight or may not count or have the perspective of, just feeling like that their vote won't matter. However, voting in local elections impact a ton of meaningful, life-changing, quality of life defining ways for our communities. For example, our healthcare, our school quality, affordable housing, public transportation, protecting our green space, along with so many other things, all allow us to make big changes in our environments, right, and in our communities, but are all impacted by our local elections, which is why this is so important that we all take part if we are able to and participate and be civically engaged. So with that being said, voting allows us to express our care for communities and use our civic power to impact the ways that we live, as well as the future of Virginia residents. So many faith traditions also do believe that we do carry a moral responsibility to value the health of our neighbors and our environment. And with this in mind, it is really critical to prioritize justice and cast a ballot in every election to protect the quality of life of ourselves and our neighbors and our environment. So it is time now, with it being September, officially approaching the fall, for us to prepare and reach out to your faith communities and make sure that them, along with the rest of your networks, are able to get out and vote this election season and have the materials and resources that they need to cast their ballot. And VIPL actually has resources as usual this year to help you vote with your faith values in mind, which I will share more about those resources in just a few moments. But before getting into the resources, I definitely wanted to share and highlight 3 of the most important upcoming dates to mark on your calendars this upcoming general election. So Friday, September 22nd, is actually the first day of in-person early voting at your local registrar's office. Be sure to mark that down. This is when You can find out where your local registrar's office is. You can always visit this link here to check that out and find that voter information if you are unsure exactly what local registrar's office is yours, especially since the redistricting. So please be sure to go ahead and check that out if you are able to. But another important update upcoming is definitely October 16th. It's a Monday. And that is the deadline to register to vote and update an existing registration. So if you recently moved, if you're a student, be sure to get that information updated so that it can be properly registered and you can cast your ballot. Now, lastly, I would just wanted to share three of the most important updates that are the most upcoming, the more, well, that will come the soonest, right? So we have September 22nd being the first day of in-person early voting at your local registrar's office. We have October 16th, which is the deadline to register to vote or update an existing registration. That's a huge one. Be sure to mark that on your calendar. And lastly, October 27th, it's going to be especially important for those who are unsure of going out to the local registrar's office and know that they may not physically be able to cast their vote in person, but would like to apply for a ballot to be mailed to them. The deadline for that application to be done is Friday, October 27th. So be sure to write that down as well and share that with your neighbors, your faith communities, who especially know that they would prefer a mail-in ballot. And I think that's been one of the greatest things since election season coming out of the pandemic, just the easy accessibility to always be able to apply for a ballot to be mailed to you in case you're not able to vote in person. So with that being said now, for anyone interested in learning more about the resources that we have available this year, we do have a few things, as usual, that we hope our supporters will get excited about. Just to really emphasize the need to support pressing climate issues in this election season and really help keep everyone in the know and aware of key voting details this voter season. We've created our 2023 Faith Voter Toolkit. This toolkit really encompasses all of the pertinent information and links you need to help keep up with the election season this year, including the dates that I just mentioned. In case you would like to easily share those with your networks, with your faith communities. All of that information is available for you on our civic engagement website, which is vaipl.org/civics, if you would like to check that out. Now, in addition to the toolkit, we also have a voter calendar. And the voter calendar is extra fun because it does already contain more of those key dates that I was mentioning and pertinent details, links, all that good stuff that the voter guide includes. But it kind of expands on it a bit, breaking things down day by day, counting down the days, and includes all different types of meditations, reflections, and fun facts, all related to this year's election season. So it's such a fun resource to make sure you're staying up to date on all of the important dates upcoming this election season, but also staying motivated and inspired to take action in your communities and encourage others to be civically engaged this voter season as well. So please be sure to visit this link here, vaipl.org/civics, if you want to check out the voter guide, the voter calendar, and share it with your faith communities. If you would like physical copies of those resources shared with your communities, please be sure to reach out to us or contact us at VIPL email address or via our website. We'd be happy to send those to you if you would like physical copies. But just wanted to make sure that everyone was aware of those resources that are available this election season to get everyone ready in the right headspace. So in addition to those voter resources, we actually also have a couple of other opportunities to come out and volunteer with VIPL this election season to encourage civic engagement. One of our partner congregations 3rd Street Bethel AME is actually hosting us for a phone baking event on October 22nd. So coming up next month, we're really inviting everyone in our communities to volunteer with us on the 22nd of October from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. For a phone banking event where we're going to be calling and encouraging our community members to get out to the polls. We really hope that you're able to join us in making those calls to remind Virginians of the upcoming election and the importance of voting. And during that phone banking event, we will be providing training and scripts in case you're nervous. Don't feel nervous at all. We'll bring everything there so that you feel prepared and ready to volunteer. The only thing you need to bring is your cell phone, your voice, and your passion to get out the vote for a successful election season. So if you would like to join us, we do have a link to register. You can go ahead and register at this link, this bit.ly link. I'll be sure to attach it in the comments below of this video in case you'd like to click that link to register and get involved this election season. So in addition to those upcoming voter events, or that upcoming voter event on the 22nd, this week actually also marked our annual program, the start of our annual program, Climate in the Pulpits, on the Bima and in the Mimbar. Just started this week officially. So please register your faith communities to participate in this initiative and uplift the need for action on climate in our communities. We're inviting, as every year, like we do, pastors, imams, rabbis, and all faith and spiritual leaders to schedule anything like worship services, sermons, lessons, and days of action to really provide support for helping us become more resilient in the face of the climate crisis and address climate change in our places of worship. So please be sure to register your faith community and learn more by visiting this link here. We are running Climate in the Pulpits all the way through November. So you have plenty of time to get involved and register your faith community. Please be sure to check out our civics page to review all of the great information I was just able to share, along with those key dates and the fun resources and meaningful resources we've developed this election season, as well as checking out our Climate in the Pulpits on the Bima and in the Mimbar webpage as well to get your faith community registered to uplift climate in your place of worship. As usual, if you haven't already, please be sure to join us on our supporters list by joining us at this link here, where you can stay in the know on everything VIPL, all of our upcoming events, all of our upcoming initiatives, and getting reminders about those to participate. Please be sure to join us if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for another episode this week, and I will see you all next week, same place, same time, and happy Friday. Everyone enjoy the weekend. Bye.